Hi there, welcome to this special report of Great Coasting Talks to 10-minute moan. In this one, I'm going to be looking into the issues facing the rest of Europe because of the amount of immigrants coming through here as I currently stand in Lesbos Island in Greece. Now this is Moria, or Moria as the locals call it. The town's just over there. This is a centre that was opened in 2013 to help with the invasion that started to the north of this island, with boats coming from all over Syria, people from Syria coming through Turkey, people from Afghanistan, now people from Africa coming through Turkey to get into the EU and coming in their droves in boats to the north of this island. So this place behind me was built to house just under 3,000 of them. By 2020, that number had risen to just under 20,000. Now, to ease the congestion on this place, those here moved in to those lovely olive fields all round about this beautiful country, this beautiful island. They started inhabiting there, making up makeshift tents, etc. And they chopped down 5,000 of those trees for firewood. Now, anybody that knows anything, the olive trees are massive, massive industry for the Greeks and for islands like this. And they destroyed 5,000. And as the restrictions came across the world during COVID, the people here were unhappy, and this place then burnt to the ground. There was three problems, or three possible issues, causes of the fire. There were men arrested and charged for the fire, people from within the camp. Some suggest it might be because of electricity here, there was some sort of malfunction. And others say it could be other nefarious activities from people who maybe weren't happy with what was going on here. So this is where the world started being aware of the problems in Lesbos. And back then we used to see very daily, sometimes, footage of people coming in dinghies from Turkey to the north of this island in a short trip, which is closer than Dover and Cali. And we would see it regular. Then in 2020, something strange happened after what happened here. The media stopped talking about it. But I've been here less than 24 hours and I already know that it's far from stopped. And in the words of the local that served me my breakfast this morning, to the north of this island, it is non-stop, morning, noon and night. And that is where I'm going to before this video's done. Hi there, welcome to the latest investigation in my 10-minute moan. And I've travelled to Lesbos for this one to look into the immigration, as this is right at the forefront of the European border. For many, many years, one of the largest intake areas for people coming into the EU from Turkey, which is a shock that way it's closer to here than Cali is to Dover. And I came here expecting to have a video full of border cross, channel crossing, etc. And it didn't turn out like that. In many ways, I'm going home with more questions than I came with. But some strange things happened. And if any of them had happened, isolated just one of them, or maybe even two of them, probably wouldn't have given much a second thought. But the amount of really, really strange things I came across during this trip, this very short trip, have really blown my mind. I don't think I was in danger at any particular point, but I was very wary. I was on my guard. And I don't really know putting this video is going to do me any favours, I'm perfectly honest with you. Because some of the stuff that I stumbled upon, downright weird, and it's made me, and I hope you can listen to every single story and try even reading between the lines in some of the stuff, because I don't want to be seen as a sort of David Icke type person, a conspiracy theorist with a tinfoil hat. I certainly don't want to be like that. I'm just going to tell you some things that happened. And I don't really want to get drawn into what I think's behind them. But one thing that really is melting my head, and one thing I have answered in this trip, is the concern that are there higher powers involved with this massive invasion into Europe? Is it part of a bigger plan? I don't think you can discount the possibility. And all the things that go on could be just completely coincidental. But equally, they could be planned. And I've been scratching my head and little hair that I've got left on it from almost immediately landing here. And I've spent days getting into situations that are just downright weird. So sit down, open your ears, open your mind, and listen to the story and how I got on in Lesbos.